The world has lost one of its most compassionate figures. Judge Frank Caprio, the man millions knew as the nicest judge in the world, has passed away at the age of 88. Known for his viral courtroom moments filled with empathy, laughter, and second chances, Caprio wasn't just a legal figure, he was a global symbol of kindness in a world that often forgets it. Today, we look back at his life, his final moments, and the incredible legacy he leaves behind. Judge Frank Caprio died peacefully on August 20th, 2025, after a long and brave battle with pancreatic cancer. His passing marks the end of an extraordinary life that touched millions far beyond the walls of a courtroom. Caprio first shared his diagnosis publicly in December of 2023, shocking fans around the world. In his emotional announcement, he revealed that doctors had discovered pancreatic cancer, a disease known for its aggressive nature and difficult recovery. From that moment, his supporters poured out an overwhelming wave of love, prayers, and encouragement. He underwent treatment, including chemotherapy, and for a time there was hope. But by mid 2025, his health began to decline rapidly. Despite his deteriorating condition, Judge Caprio remained strong in spirit. Surrounded by his family, he took his final breath at a Rhode Island hospital, leaving the world in mourning. What makes his passing even more heartbreaking is the video he shared just hours before his death. From his hospital bed, Frank Caprio recorded what would become his final message to the world. In that video, he appeared frail, but his voice carried the same warmth and humility that had defined his entire life. He admitted his health had suffered a serious setback, and with tears in his eyes, he humbly asked his fans and supporters for their prayers. "I ask you all," he said softly, "please keep me in your prayers." This final message spread across social media like wildfire, with millions of people watching it within hours. For so many, it wasn't just a goodbye. It was a reminder of the humanity and humility that Frank Caprio embodied until the very end. To understand why Frank Caprio's death resonates so deeply, you need to understand the man himself. He wasn't a judge like the others we often see on television. His courtroom show, Caught in Providence, didn't attract viewers because of drama or harsh rulings. It attracted viewers because of compassion. Over the years, clips from his courtroom went viral across TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. In one case, he forgave an elderly man who broke a traffic law while rushing his sick wife to the hospital. In another, he gave a struggling single mother a second chance, reminding her that life is hard, but people deserve grace. His words were simple, but they carried weight. "We're not here just to punish people. We're here to help them." That philosophy made him a global phenomenon. Millions admired how he used the law not only as a tool for justice, but as a platform for humanity. He became proof that kindness and fairness can coexist, and that even small acts of empathy can restore faith in people. The reaction to his death has been immense. Rhode Island's Governor Dan McKee released a heartfelt statement calling Caprio a Rhode Island treasure and announced that all state buildings would fly flags at half staff in his honor. It was a rare gesture, but one that reflected how deeply Caprio's presence was felt not only in his state, but far beyond. Social media also erupted with tributes. Fans from around the world shared their favorite courtroom clips, many writing messages like, "You taught me that kindness can change the world," or "You were the judge we all wished for." Even those who never stood in his courtroom felt connected to him. Through his show and his viral videos, he made people feel seen, heard, and cared for. That's a rare gift, and it explains why his passing feels so personal to so many. Beyond the robes and cameras, Frank Caprio was a devoted family man. Born on November 24th, 1936, to Italian immigrant parents in Providence, Rhode Island, he grew up with humble beginnings. His father was a milkman and his mother a homemaker. From an early age, Caprio understood the struggles of ordinary people, and that empathy stayed with him his entire life. He went on to study law, eventually becoming chief judge of the Providence Municipal Court. But unlike others in his position, he never let power or titles distance him from the people he served. He carried himself with humility, often saying that the courtroom wasn't about laws alone, it was about people's lives. In an age where authority is often associated with harshness, Frank Caprio was different. He represented the possibility of a gentler kind of justice. His viral cases didn't just entertain, they inspired. He showed that a simple act of compassion, even in the cold walls of a courtroom, could ripple out to touch millions around the globe. That's why his videos, sometimes of him laughing with a child or forgiving a struggling citizen, received millions of views. People didn't just see a judge, they saw hope. As the world says goodbye to Judge Frank Caprio, it's important to remember the lessons he leaves behind. He showed us that justice doesn't have to be cruel, that authority can be exercised with kindness, and that humanity is just as important as the law. Frank Caprio may no longer be with us, but his compassion, humility, and wisdom will continue to inspire for generations. He reminded us all that behind every case, there is a human story, and behind every law, there is a chance to show mercy. Rest in peace, Judge Caprio. You were more than a judge, you were a light of kindness in this world.